about my love? Wasn't it enough? Just let me know so I can
Yeah, so my takeaway is DJ Uiagalelei, Do-Rag DJ as he is now called, is finally playing like
DJ Uiagalelei.
That's why I just stick to Do-Rag DJ, bro. It's so much
Yeah, Do-Rag DJ.
Get the shirts while you can. This is the Do-Rag DJ that we thought we were going to see when he stepped in for Trevor Lawrence against Notre Dame. We were all hyped up. Coach, Dante, and myself, we were all hyped up after that game. This is before we even all knew each other. And just year after year at Clemson, he let us all down. But finally, this is what we're seeing. And yes, you know, he's faced a couple of cupcake teams. But, I mean, looking at it, he hasn't looked that bad. He's got a total of 346 yards, 5 touchdowns, QBR of 92.4, which is the second best in NCAA. Get the shirts. Do-Rag DJ is here, and he's here to stay. Here to carve up a defense near you in Oregon State. I'm just saying, man. There's a reason I
Get
had
the shirts. Hey, I got a question.
Yes.
What is him doing so well? And Cade Klubnik looking so bad right now. And keep in mind, when he looked good, DJ Do-Rag, in the Notre Dame game, he had Tony Elliott still.
Yeah.
So what's this say about Dabo?
And part of me didn't want to do this because last week was me dogging on Clemson of saying they're no longer the top dog. But they are definitely, they're no longer a top 3 team in the ACC.
What does it say about Garrett Riley, though?
Yeah, I mean, what does it just say about the entire coaching staff? Because everybody had thought that DJU couldn't be what he is now. You know, they thought that the Notre Dame was just a random flash in the pan.
Because Cade Klubnik was one of the best recruited quarterbacks coming out of high school, and then Garrett Riley. Coming out of oh my
Modern
God,
Day, I think.
It wasn't Modern Day. JT Daniels was at Modern
California.
Day. It was like Sander Barbo or something like that. I can't remember. I know it if I seen the name. But anyways, and he also was a hell of a baseball player too. So, but Cade Klubnik was. You would think Garrett Riley would have been like Birdman hand rub when he saw Cade Klubnik. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
And he's just been subpar. They had to take DJ out at halftime last week.
Yeah, I mean he went 8 for 13 last week, 107 yards, averaged 8.2 and 2 touchdowns. Again, he literally was out before half, and still that team won 55-7. And he only has 1 sack against San Jose State, or he only got sacked once against San Jose State in week 1.
I don't know. Out there at Corvallis, bro, they got themselves a quarterback. I mean, I think all of us are pretty hopeful.
For Oregon State was a quarterback.
We were saying that, bro. If they end up in the Pac-12 championship, bro, we all said that there was
you and I had the exact same matchup of Oregon State.
It's hanging in the balance, bro. I'm telling you, it's hanging in the balance, and I don't want to hear nothing. If DJ Uiagalelei goes in there and gets Colorado to smack DZ too, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
Oh, he will. I have no doubt in my mind.
Not to mention they've got probably the best defense in the Pac-12. If you really look at it, they probably have the best defense.
Best defense, a good running back, good weapons.
They got better as the San Jose State game went on.
Yeah. All they were missing was that quarterback, and they finally got one.
Bro, I'm telling you, I wouldn't want to play full strength Oregon State, bro. That boy Damian Martinez is an automatic first down, or every time he touches the damn ball. And shout out to one of the most dynamic receivers in college football that nobody talks about, bro. And if you've seen him play, Silas Bolden is an absolute demon, bro. I'm telling you, Oregon State is going to be something else, bro. They're going to be something else the rest of the season. And all the people that are watching right now, go ahead and write down on your notes. Go ahead and book it, bro. I'm telling you, Oregon State might be the Pac-12 champions by the end of this thing.
Mm-hmm.
I know all of us were saying Oregon and Bo Nix, but damn, we also told you Oregon State is in the balance right now and only missed a quarterback, and he's been everything that they've asked for so far.
All I want to say is if Oregon State somehow ends up, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if they somehow end up in the playoffs, a lot of eyes are going to be towards Dabo and that Clemson team.
Well, remember, and I guess this is the last thing I'll say on it, but remember in the offseason, DJ made that quote, and he said that Clemson offense was just too basic, and so he went to Oregon State for that reason.
Where he could actually be,
and that's proven to be completely true.
Yeah, straight up.
It's proven to be because, and not have to do quarterback design runs all the time. It just seems way better for him right now. Way better.
Again, I've said this timeline to people time and time again, but I just need to repeat it. But first, I need to call out Too Evil, bro. Appreciate the $5, man. He said, "Hi, Dante and fam. Happy Vikings journey to 2-15." Yeah, y'all look rough.
Hey, hopefully that streak continues Thursday night, baby.
Y'all might get to smack DZ on Thursday.
Woo! Anyways, this is not NFL. I'll save it.
Yeah. So the thing about DJ, he came in, played Notre Dame. There's not a fluke. If you just go back and tell me that dude did not look like a almost damn near a pro-ready quarterback that should have been drafted as a freshman, bro. He was that damn good against Notre Dame. The defense and the play calling in that game lost Clemson that game. Like, literally. It wouldn't have mattered. I wasn't even as confident as Trevor Lawrence coming in there and winning that game. I think he probably would have did worse. But statistically that year, out of all the games that were played by a Clemson quarterback, he had the best one because of the competition that he played in Notre Dame. That's number one. Number two, had to follow up to Trevor Lawrence being there as one of the best quarterbacks in college football, having all that pressure on his shoulders and having the pressure of, well, you played that well in Notre Dame, so even I was saying, damn, he should win the Heisman. Remember that? I was like, man, that boy gonna win the Heisman. They gonna win the national championship. We saw anything out of DJU. I was on the DJU hype train.
We all were, man, for years, and we're finally. This is what we get for not hopping off the train. We finally get to reap the rewards.
Finally get to reap the rewards.
Yeah, I was gonna say we never hopped off of it. Yeah, exactly.
We always stayed with our boy.
But there's one more leg of this race that we're not mentioning. Then you bring Cade Klubnik in and then tease him in several games instead of letting DJU fall on his sword and learning. Yeah. That was the worst thing you could have did. Okay. Now, the dude pretty much committed to your team all the way across the damn country from his whole family. Now he's back on the West Coast feeling comfortable. And shout out to Jeff, though. I got you, homie.
Also, on top of the 5, he's got 3 rushing touchdowns. So he's got 8 total touchdowns in just 2 games.
Yeah, so I'm just saying that's a lot of pressure on one dude his whole career at Clemson. I would have liked to see what Garrett Riley would have did with him, but we're in a totally different universe with DJU right now, and he's lighting things up from what we've seen. And to add on top of that, for all the Caleb Williams people, he looked better against San Jose than Caleb did. Caleb looked lost at some points of the game. I mean, if we want to be real about it, like DJU looked comfortable, and as the game started getting more and more, and you can't even tell me that it was the running game. It was purely his arm beating them. Yep. As the game went on, he got better and better and better, and it was just automatic, bro. I mean, so I think weren't me and you watching that game, Sora? No, I think it was me.
The San Jose State. No, we were watching No, I was still taking.
Yeah, it was you and Coach, and I was watching as I could at the time. But yeah.
But, and
I mean,
it was just crazy.
Could just be the beginning of him getting comfortable too. I mean, this could be the beginning of him just getting comfortable and starting to light it up even more than he already has, because it's week 2.
It is week 2, man.
So, I mean, yeah, they haven't played a big time opponent yet with any type of really good defense, but it's just week 2. He could still, I'm not going to say get exponentially better, but he could look solid as he's looked against these smaller teams on the bigger teams if he gets more comfortable in the system and everything. So.
And I did want to call out Jonathan Smith as their head coach. He was a quarterbacks coach for a long time and co-offensive coordinator for the Washington Huskies. And Washington's known to have a good history of like very decent quarterbacks, and he had a lot to do with that. Then you put him on Oregon State, and you actually give him was DJ a 5-star recruit? I believe he was.
It was, yes.
Yep.
So then
He was, definitely.
You go ahead and you add the combination of Jonathan Smith with DJU. It was just a recipe for success. I mean, it really was. I mean, Jonathan Smith was going between 2 quarterbacks all last year, and now you get a solidified number 1 guy. Yeah, it's going to be automatic from here, pal. And they didn't lose anybody on that defense that I can think of note. So that pretty much that whole crew is still together, and they playing like some demons up the middle of the field too. Their linebackers are good, their safeties are good. My goodness gracious, and I like the fact that their quarterbacks are getting in San Jose's head coach's face and everything, bro. Them boys trying to get in your head. I mean, we gonna get into more of the Pac-12 stuff, but like DJU is for real, man. I can just see it.
I love it.
I love it. It's just as you listen to the show more, I know. As you listen to the show more, it's not a surprise that we have said these things and they come to fruition here. It's not a surprise.
Oh, I've been keeping tabs on stuff too. I'm like, God dang, we all write about this stuff. Ain't that interesting?